Hello, it's me, Pipsqueak. Back with another video. JK, it's a stream, not a video. But the new OBS update broke my audio here. These aren't supposed to be vertical. How do I make them horizontal again? It's up above. The update broke my workflow. There's gotta be a way to make these horizontal properties. Nope. Ah, they now have a dedicated button to do so, which might be better, I suppose. I find them way easier to read when I have the audio horizontal like this compared to vertical. Vertical, it's harder to get the detail. The distance between each tick is smaller, whereas here it's easier to see the actual difference. It's Gamedal time. Team Rocket looking ass. These feel extremely familiar. Is this Pokemon? I don't know which one it would be, like... No, okay. These designs are so familiar. But I think they're familiar in the sense that I've seen them on like Twitter or something, not that I've actually interacted with them. The red eyes on everything. Spirit. What are these? These look like... This is probably like a Pokemon ripoff, so cassette beasts. No. Wait, do you get... Are these hints on where they're from? It's a Nintendo 3DS role-playing game? Or is it just saying that that's where these are from? It doesn't give any hints on it. Okay, these do look less familiar. I don't think I've ever seen this guy in the center. What is this? This is interesting. Seems like a difficult one. Not something most people are getting. Let's think here. Yokai Watch. It is Yokai Watch. I just were like, okay, they're spirits. They're spirits with Japanese origin, red eye. Like they're probably yokais. I've never seen this. Or never is a strong word. I haven't interacted with it, but I've seen some of the designs, most likely. I just recognized the cat. I did not recognize the cat. Okay, this is a departure. It's not my apartment. Dungeon Keeper. Well... I hate that they're stylized, so they're harder to read, but this is katakana. I have the hiragana. I have the hiragana mostly remembered right now, but I don't have the katakana remembered. Let me see if I can parse the these three. Is this katakana? I was pretty sure it was. Could just be stylized. This is a... Yeah, it's a stylized... That's she, I think. Let's see... No, it's not she. I gotta parse this. That looks like a Belmont. You're incredibly correct. That also... It could be a whip instead of a baton. Or baton passu. But now I'm dedicated to getting the letters figured out. Is it Gyu? No, because it doesn't have the tangs. It's Q. It's Q. These two letters near the end are Q. Just trying to figure out if it's cute that... Or if it's something else. Is it Cura? Oh, Castlevania Cura. I can see it. I could see it. Potentially. Let's see. War? That's not a war, I don't think. It could be, it's stylized. I thought it was a Ra, not a war. You can look at the difference. Ra, war. I was pretty sure this is a stylized Ra. It's also not a shoe, it's a Q. I'm pretty sure. Because it goes way higher above. It is Castlevania. Castlevania. Kia. I don't know what these are, what sound these are trying to mimic, but it is Castlevania. I guess it's Vania, because the Ra. Should be a really early one. Dude. They gotta work on the cover art. Brother. It's not Aria of Sorrow, I know that one. Could be Circle of the Moon, it's not Dawn of Sorrow, it's not Lament of Innocence. This is 4. Holy shit. This is the ugliest picture I've ever seen. This might be the ugliest artwork for a game I've ever seen. Move on. Just go red like that. It's old? Well, that doesn't negate anything I just said. It just makes it understandable. I didn't mean to keep skipping. Oh, whatever. Oh, I have no idea who this character is, I don't think. Not from this. It could be a Ace Attorney character. But the artwork is a bit wrong. Is it a character from Trauma Center? Yeah, it's Trauma Center. Oh, let's just do okay, it's not Whomst? I've never I want to say I've never seen this character, but yet it rings a bell, so I have seen this character. I just don't know who it is. It's not Mario game. Who the fuck are you? Newgrounds. Family Guy. Family. Parent. 60-second. How do you, what is this? It's the wife of Ted and mother of Mary Jane. Age, no precise age. Okay, I respect that. Inventory modes. Inventory slots 2. It's the mom from 60 Seconds Bomb Shelter game. You're saying this like I should know about the 60 Seconds Bomb Shelter game. Markiplier and a few others played it a few years back. I've never heard of this ever. Wow, I like that they just have like every single thing locked up. Or like, not locked up, but like chronicled in the wiki every single day. Bolivia outposts Sync Shot Drug Cartel. What's the name of the pixel art roguelike where you escape out of prison? Streets of Rogue. Enemy patrols, military squad, night missions, rebels. This sounds like so much dog shit. Skill upgrades, special forces, intel gathering, modern military. It still sounds like so much dog shit. Vehicle driving, stealth approach, tactical shooter, weapon customization. Bolivia doesn't work with Far Cry though, does it? I guess it could be like, could be Blood. Could be like New Dawn. No, it's not Far Cry. Jungle, mountain, desert regions, day-night cycle, 4-player co-op. What is this dog shit? So, it's Far Cry, but worse. Yeah. This is the Far Cry, what's it called? Formula, but it's it apes it. Very funny. Haven't done one of these in a while. What do we do? We do Super Smash Bros. Melee. Wildlands is not Ghost Recon though. It's a spin-off. Everything is wrong. Ghosts of Yote. It's before 2025 and it's a single player game that may or may not be role-playing, and it was released on the PlayStation 5 in addition to other things. It is not third person. RPG, single player only, not third person. What's a first person RPG that released before 2025? Or isometric would work too. But it has to be single player only. I could do a Pokemon game. I think they only count as having single player. But they wouldn't have released on PlayStation. Does Final Fantasy count as third person? I guess it does. Oh yeah, right. I forgot that it limits the range a lot. The 2020 feels like the PS5 has been out for years. I mean, technically it has been out for years, but I mean like years and years. Like double-digit number of years. Yeah, it still has no games. What's screwing me up is that it's not third person. Can't be Kingdom Hearts because it's third person. I was trying to think of what a first-person game with RPG elements is, or adventure. It could just be adventure. It doesn't have to be RPG. Wait, this is third person. No, it's first person. I'm happy. I thought I fucked up and picked the wrong one, but no. Biohazard is. It's a bit. I've been baited. What do you mean? What do you mean after 2020? PlayStation 5. Why did I think? Why did I think I would get the information I was looking for? Is it? You're correct. It is 2020. Was it ported there? Okay, so it's a game that got ported to the PlayStation 5 after the fact, or it's forward compatible. So it probably released on PlayStation 4, and I think PlayStation 5 can run everything that's on PlayStation 4, so it's compatible by default. But it's not first person, it's not virtual reality. I really want to say like a... Oh wow. I really want to say like an isometric game. But I don't know any isometric games. I'm bad. I wish if I picked the like game here, it would show the release date in the corner. I was thinking like Tactics. Oh, the Tactics is that old. It is isometric. Okay, cool. That's what I need to know. And it is PlayStation 4 era. So it's PlayStation 4 isometric single player. Every isometric game ever. Video game with isometric graphics. We've done it. We just keep looking. SimCity? Dude, it could be SimCity. We're sending it. It's after 2003. Delivered all costs. Desert Falcon. Diablo. Digimon World. Disco Elysium. Banger game. Can't be though. Actually, can it? It is out on PlayStation. Sure, let's do Disco Elysium. It's a point-and-click puzzle game with RPG elements, and it's an adventure, and it's an indie game. Oh fuck, it's impossible to guess. It's isometric? Wait. Point and click isometric? Not side view? This shit impossible. Before... Point and click? have a headache. What could it be? What's the name of it? It's is it Pajama Sam? It's Pajama Sam. Dang, it's not 1996 Pajama Sam. Monkey Island. It's King's Quest. It's the newest King's Quest. It's Pokemon Black. It's To the Moon? I even know about this game. I've had it on my list of things to play. It's one of the highest rated like RPGs on Steam. .95% positive of 19,118 user reviews in my language. That's pretty good. I've not played it. I would not count, but no. Guys. This is an RPG Maker game. You cannot call an RPG Maker game fucking point and click. That's just... That is incorrect. What? I should harass the owner of this website. You can use mouse control. That's not an argument for it. We should harass the developer. We should harass them off the internet for this. I've had enough. They've fucked with me one too many times. This shit is unacceptable. To be fair, we should double check first before we do anything hasty. Is it their fault? I don't see point and click on here. No, I know you can use mouse. It just that doesn't make it a point and click game. A point and click game has to be controlled by pointing and clicking. It also comes with a bunch of gameplay implications. But it's the genre point and click. That doesn't have anything to do with the... Or like, that's why it doesn't work the way it should. I've learned that you can just say shit on the internet, so I'm just gonna say shit on the internet. Yeah. Why? Why would you do that? All Game Dolls games, including niche old titles. Chivalry. Oh, it's Medieval Warfare. Oh no, it is the new one. HD edition. Easy money. So what if we don't play What if we don't play the last sovereign today? And just win at this instead. It's not dredge. We'll regenerate every 50 guest covers, okay? But then we'll never finish it. Then I'll be unhappy. Can't you like finish it for me? I'm busy guessing. See. Like, see, I'm on a streak. I can't stop while I'm winning. No, it's Tears of... Tell me this isn't a Zelda game when it looks like this? You're not gonna show me it? Chat, I need you to do me a massive favor. I need you to unscramble the letters. I need you to unpixelate the screen here. Can you do that for me? No? Why not? Chat strike? Sea of Thieves? No, it's not. I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating. I'm not cheating. I just can't end on a loss. I just can't end on a loss. No, I'm not cheating. I would never cheat. Call of the Sea? God damn it, but we can't end on a loss. Right? Right? Can we end on a loss? We can't end on a loss. I just keep playing forever. Good bit. Yeah, to be fair though, I am a bit tired today, but I do still want to play. I'm expecting this to be about a 2.5 hour long stream probably, so 2 hours of the last sovereign. We'll see how I'm feeling later on, but I did end up working a very demanding night shift with manual labor for about 5 hours. And then I stayed up until 4 p.m. and then slept like 11 hours. So I am pretty exhausted today. So if I'm low energy, that's why. But I still wanted to play more. Win the gathering, you know? Also, what is Yara looking at in this picture? Is she looking at Miguel? Yara, what are you smirking about? Let's at least try to finish the gathering tonight. We'll see. I'm not gonna make any promises, but I will play until I feel tired. Too tired. I mean, if I played until I felt tired, I would be done now, but... Is this the right... Oh yeah, right. We stopped the save here, because I felt like I wouldn't remember anything, because I was so stressed. What happened was I got a call that was like, hey, I'm on my way to the place, etc, etc. And I realized, wait, they're gonna be like 20 minutes early. God. It's so crazy. We were planning on going to... oh yeah, autosave. Well, the autosave is literally just clicking the finish here. Right? Yeah, the autosave is just clicking finish here. That's all it is. What I was gonna say is, we were gonna start at 3 a.m., but then it moved to 1 a.m. We got there at 0:40, and we were done by 5:40. And we were pretty efficient with the actual laborers part. We would have been so fucked if we got there at 3 a.m. It would have been completely impossible. So that was good planning. Whoever made that decision to change it. Wasn't it this that there was a Riala walk around after? No. I didn't finish reading the... I did not finish reading this segment here. This is where we stopped. Halfway through this segment. I can prove it to you, but... There we go. It's good to have you back, Riala. We thought we lost you. Fortunately, not only am I back, my position is far improved compared to previous meetings. She's so back. My beeb? Brain? Yeah, I get it. I've been there. The thing is... It's so rough to not be a hypocrite. Life is so easy when you're a hypocrite. I love to just shamelessly say that, like, no, when I fuck up, it's understandable, but when you do it, it's fucked up and unfair and stupid. Like, if the streamer fucks up, it's always, like, warranted, but if the chat fucks up, then they're not gonna live for long, you know? They're on thin ice. You're looking great. Getting fucked regularly, huh? I am, but this meeting will be less personal than some. I believe it's time for us to step out of the shadows and make bolder declarations. Good luck with the laundry. You just reminded me I have a small pile of laundry left that I still haven't folded. It's been laying there for like a week. I folded like 80% of it, then I got interrupted, and then I never folded the last 20%. And I moved it away from like the laundry area, so when I did my next load of laundry, I didn't fold the 20% of clothing that I skipped the first time. I just have a small pile of clothes ready to get folded. God damn it. Are you sure? I've heard tales about things changing, but to risk ourselves, I believe we can change even more than we have in the past, given how much conditions have improved. Is all this backed by the Doom King? Because if it's not, it could all just be taken away again. Of course it is! You saw him stand up for his harem against the Lust Lord. You don't need to worry about him standing in our way, but we don't want to build this agreement on the back of any Incubus King. Then it's pointless. They're on top in the natural order of things, not by fate, but by power. That doesn't make you safe. Any retribution you fear, they could already deal out on a whim. Their power isn't unstoppable. It's Yara! I remember how you stood up to the Incubus Emperor. Damn right, and I'd do it again. We need to stand up for ourselves. You only got away with it because of those meddling kids. Riala, you should know that. How long did you suffer under the Incubus Emperor? Most of my life. I did what I could to undermine him, but yes, it would have ended in my death if not for the help from others. But I won in the end. I set in motion the events that led to the fall of the Incubus Emperor and the Fucklord. I shine gimped them. I was at 150% last stock. About to die from one back here, and I hit the shine, and I won. Simple as that. Amazing. That's an easy claim to make. It's true, we've been working on it from the beginning, building a better world for Succubi. It's really funny to think about the fact that when I stream random games like this, none of you have played Smash, most likely. Or at least not, like, followed it competitively. The odds of that are fairly low, I believe. So every time I do a Smash reference like that, I'm like, wait, no. I'm not in the correct company for these. They won't get the Omega LOLs that I'm used to. Fuck. Yeah, I just have to wear them. There's a bunch of socks in there, so I can just take the socks and not fold them ever. It's true, we've been working on it from the beginning, building a better world for Succubi. Omega LOL, thank you! That makes me feel really, really good. I appreciate that. Building a better world for Succubi. No more being identical sluts. Everyone can find their own lovers, or join a harem, or whatever they want. You've been following since 2020, Gobo fan. That's crazy. Have you been here for a single one of these? Or did you just randomly pop in here just to say... Just to support me with the Omega lol when I make a Smash reference? Maybe one? That's fair. I just think it's very funny that you timed it so perfectly. You fold your socks. Okay, I don't fold them, but I do bundle them up, okay? See? The rule of streaming, there's always an Omega lol somewhere in the chat. You just have to find it. They're telling the truth. The amount of freedom on Arkland these days is amazing. You're supposed to roll your pairs of socks? What the fuck do you mean roll your pair of sock? You don't roll them, you bundle them up. How to fold socks, the best way for every type of sock. How to properly fold regular socks. Stretch your socks out, grab both socks by the cuff, fold the cuffs over so they're now in line with the toes.
The next method I'll show you.
Lady! Microphone quality!
Single fold method. This method is super easy and works
Are you in a wind turbine?
great if you're in a hurry and if you want to stack your socks in your drawer. First, lay both socks on a flat surface with one sock on top of the other. Then grab both socks by the cuff and fold them over in half so that the cuffs are now on top of the toes. Done!
But they don't keep together! The entire point of bundling them up is that you can move them around in a pair without them separating. There's nothing keeping them safe from the elements aside from however organized your drawers are. Your wardrobe. Unacceptable. Grab the pair and then roll them into each other, creating a ball. You know, that's a much better idea than the than what they showed there. Also, I think I just found it. Oh, I'm still on the desktop. My bad. We were on the wrong one. We were on desktop here instead of the one we're supposed to be on. Yeah, this is baller. This is the correct way to do it. I don't do it like this way, but I should. This is all the benefits of how I do it, but it's way more space efficient. This is a baller way to do it. You have my you've now got my respect above for how you handle your sock drawer. This is the correct way to do it objectively. Out of the two ways I've seen it done so far, and my own third way, this is by far the best way. Rats, you win. I have been converted. I will fold up my socks in the future. I'm happy we had that tangent. I feel like I've grown as a person. If not as a person, then at least as a laundryist. Are you going to overthrow more Incubus Kings? Even those we want to remain in power? Why not? We can just keep around those we can manipulate. Glorp. Dude, Glorp might be my favorite emote on the entire platform. Glorp is just so fucking good. Glorp conveys an emotion that you can't convey with words without like an essay length to do so. Glorp to me is like a fantastic like green text. 4chan green text. I forget exactly what the name of it is. I couldn't Google it, but there's a 4chan green text that just ends with in a way where I would just put the Glorp emoji as the final my feel when, and it would fit so fucking perfectly. And that to me it'll just always be a green text emoji. There's people in my life who think Glorp is dying and cringe, and I'm so sorry for them. Well, you can inform them that they're dying and they're cringe. So like, Who the fuck are they kidding? Do they think Glorp is unique? We're all fucking dying and we're all fucking cringe. Motherfuckers, this doesn't mean anything. Glorp is alive and well. Savor it while it still remains alive. I feel too old for this. Okay, Grandpa, we can talk about Rage comics with you instead if you want. Like the foo and the fucking guy eating cereal. Like, Grandpa, we can take you to bed soon. It's fine. Don't worry. We can get your favorite Rage comics to tuck you in, okay? I don't always say I'm old, but when I do, it's Rage comics. Aha. Guess I'm just not informed. That's fair. I just. Do we have a clueless emoji? There we go. Why not? We can just keep around those we can manipulate. How do you do, fellow kids? Exactly. We don't have plans to take down everyone. The Empress, the Anak, and the Lust Lord are all ruling stable realms. We are gonna kill the Lust Lord. Pepperidge Farm remembers? Oh my god, Pepperidge Farm. Yeah. It's crazy how you can't tell. Some memes become so big and then flicker out like a flame. Like they burn so bright that they flicker out faster than anything else. And other memes grow insanely big and then they just stay big. The fact that Sus Among Us is still a thing this many years later is crazy when Sheesh is dead. That shit died in like half a year and 6-7 fucking supplanted it. Meme culture is always going to be such an interesting spiral to look at, especially if you don't look at it like from a contemporary lens, but instead you look at it historically, and you actually try to document how long memes have had relevance. It's so fascinating how some of the biggest ones just like completely die off. Damn, Daniel. Damn, Daniel. Daniel, that's it. What in tarnation? 6-7. Dude, I was watching what's the name of it? It's what does he name the series? It's Shuffle Up and Play. That's what he named it. Shuffle Up and Play, which is a Commander Magic the Gathering series that the MTG professor hosts, and he had a bunch of Yu-Gi-Oh people over, and I had forgotten that Yu-Gi-Oh has its own like subtype of the 6-7 meme, which is even dumber. But imagine if 6-7 never went viral, but it went like semi-viral. There was right before 6-7, we're talking like half a year before, there was a TikTok, no, actually, I'm trolling. I think it was a Vine that didn't go anywhere, and then it got posted on TikTok many years later, and then it got big. So it's like a delayed meme, where it was like, what's 10 plus 9? 21? And it's exactly the same thing as 6-7. But in this Commander video, it's just, they keep coming in situations where they have to count up numbers, so they get like they get 19, and it's like 21, you stupid. That is the one, yeah, 21, you stupid. That's been co-opted by Yu-Gi-Oh to the point that like every single creator in Yu-Gi-Oh just spams 21 because of this motherfucker on the front of the thumbnail, MBT, who just fucking said it 7 billion times. And I don't know, I feel like brain poison is like, it's crazy how I feel like there can't be that much space in my brain for brain poison. Like at some point it has to erode everything that's there, but that day never comes. There's always more space for brain poison. Like, I feel like I'll have dementia and at like 70 or something, and I'll still remember, and also, not importantly, it's not just that I remember. I will see a new form of brain poison, and I will adopt it into my own concoction, and then retain it despite the dementia. Because the brain poison, just there's infinite room for it, always. MT is the only one I see doing it. I see Seif doing it, and Seymour's done it a decent bit. But yeah, it's those three. Also Farfa sarcastically. You can take down the Lord of Blood if you want. He's not that great. The world we want isn't one without Incubus Kings. It's one where we can truly coexist alongside them. I can tell you firsthand that the Empress is cooperating with them. The Orgasmic Empire is really changing. What? Did Rata make its Morbin time? There ain't no way. He made the original tweet. It's a tweet? Okay, I found a YouTube video of the... Is it?
Question is, how do I control it? Isolate it?
It's Morbin time.
Oh my god. I can hear it. That's fucked up. Why did you share this? But is it changing for the better? That will be for us to decide. If we can unite today, our power will be something they can't tamper with. I feel like if you didn't have Simon in your back corner, this would be such a horrible idea. I feel like if the Anak, the Lost Lord, or Esthera just like stared at you, you would all like disintegrate. It's not the corporation that's horrible, it's the idea of you all being in the same room at the same time. I'm just imagining one little bomb. Boom! And then it's all dead. And all the decision-making power is gone from the movement. If we can unite today, our power will be something they can't tamper with. Yeah, well, the Lost Lord I feel like would get like impotent halfway through or some shit, I don't know. He hasn't really done anything of value. He's kind of just posturing a bunch. From the very start of the game, he was like, I am the oldest one of you all, and I am the Lost Lord. And then he kind of did jack shit at the first gathering, and then he's done jack shit since then. People about to jinx it. Okay. I think I said earlier that I still think it's been too smooth sailing and we are bound to lose in some way soon because the stakes feel like they're winding down as we become more powerful, which is generally unacceptable for like a final act. It being chapter 5 and the stakes feeling lower than ever because we're so ahead of the curve in terms of personal power. It's not that the stakes are low, it's that the urgency is low because we're ahead of the curve in like every way that we currently measure. We're not on the back foot in any capacity, except maybe the Tanarak. The obvious thing to do is to give us a real fucking beating to change that up. So I'm not opposed to the idea that we can lose, but mark my words, it better not fucking be the Lost Lord that does it. I will not jinx it in that sense. I am fully on board with us losing in some way, but don't let the Lost Lord be the motherfucker to win. That'll be for us to decide. If we can unite today, our power will be something they can't tamper with. Remember, Reform their armies and their servants. Not for every Incubus King, most have orcs. Orcs are our allies in the end. They're treated even worse, and we can do better for them than Incubus Kings. You want to bring a bunch of smelly orcs into the alliance? Ugh. I have a hard time seeing how those fighting fuck toys could really contribute. Okay, maybe that's a step too far for now. If there's a chapter 6 of this fucking game above, I will end it. And if it follows the trend of being fucking double the size of every previous one, then I don't know what to do. Then we got another 150 hours left to go. What should be clear is that we have immense power and more allies than you know. We just need to leverage them properly. Leverage them toward what? Because I'm not sure I like this new world order you're proposing. They'll release a DLC when you're done with Chapter 5. That would be baller, though, I gotta say. That would be baller. Here. They might not be tyrants in Erosha, but they're too soft for my taste. Yeah, okay, you're the raping and pillaging type of succubi. We don't need you anyway. That's why we're not creating a government. Different succubi will be able to live in different realms to suit them. For so long, most of us were stuck in place, but now we're in a position to allow free movements between all succubus nations. Airships, teleportation spells, even sailing ships. These are connecting the world. We just need to make sure everyone can reach those connections. They were discussing a theoretical post-game update, so here's hoping. The only thing I've seen discussed was that Sierra said that she wanted to make a like sci-fi game in the same universe, which made me like Monka S super hard, because I was like, where are we gonna end up where the logical next step is sci-fi? Some real shit is gonna happen. Simon the cyborg? Perry the platypus? Imagine how Incubus Kings will treat you if they know you can go someplace better. They'll no doubt think that too. What happens if they decide to fight against us? And we can remind them that we've already taken down multiple Incubus Kings. I've taken down young Incubus Kings with my own hands. It's not even that hard. Maybe for someone like you. So what do you say? Can we all get together to forge this global agreement? I'm really happy I replayed this part, because I definitely did not retain much at the end, because I was stressed. Remember, nothing is set in stone. We get to decide what the succubi of the world want. I think that's literally the line I stopped on. Oh fuck, maybe they actually can. They couldn't do all this without some real power to back them up. No, we did read that. I agree, let's discuss it. Yes! Do it. I made that joke before, yeah, we saw this. I think it's going really well, don't you? Brother. Above. The last Sovereign crew absolutely turbo giga stomps the Demon Roots crew. There's like 3 competent characters in the Demon Root crew. And they have got jack shit on any of the party members in the last Sovereign. Absolutely. I wouldn't have called the meeting so dramatically if I wasn't sure that our work would be sufficient. But being with Simon has raised my standards. I'm no longer happy just to be assigned to fill hats with virgins' toenail clippings. You see me asking? I'm not asking. But I know what you mean. I want to accomplish everything. How well do you think we're doing? I have absolutely no concern about the simplest agreements. Free passage among nations for succubi and greater economic cooperation. Miguel will cream her panties. But with the rest, more is up in the air. Memories are short, so our performance this gathering is rather relevant. Overall, we're in a strong position that should strengthen every individual result. I think we have a real shot at transforming what slavery means to succubi. Everybody could see the sexiness of options like co-slavery or beloved servants. It all comes down to the individual nations, of course. I was glad that the Orgasmic Empire listened, but I think change will be a long and slow process. Def Polka is arguably on the same tier, I think, but I have a really hard time arguing for like any of other of the party members. The Ultra Beasts are also like, I mean, there's the one really fucking massive one, but I feel like we could also just like vaporize most big things in universe here. Like scale-wise, it doesn't really come through, but nothing big we faced has been remotely a challenge. But to be fair, we haven't faced something nearly as big as the Ultra Beast. Well, how big was it? It was like, it says it in that game. It says it's like 160 meters or some shit tall. 155 meters. You could very reasonably argue that the tower makes these characters four-dimensional. Yeah, I mean, the tower itself is... I think you overestimate Simon's offensive capabilities. I might. Def Polka is definitely stronger than Simon in offensive capabilities. That's for sure. It's not that I... It's really not that I'm measuring Simon. I'm measuring the Incubus Emperor. We're stronger than the Incubus Emperor was, and he had some real fucking offensive power. I mean, endgame Def Polka with the, like, unleashed Def Polka is definitely stronger than current Simon. But the party members do jack shit. there's like the samurai one, they're all kind of just... Well, there's the mage definitely has a bunch of power. The fighter is weaker than the equivalent fighters in this game, I'd say. The poor orphan girl. The assassin lady might be a couple tiers above. I don't know. Well, I was gonna say we'll figure it out, but this is the most pointless conversation ever. The lady with the rocket launcher and guns is also pretty good. I feel like that's so far below what we're doing here. I was glad that the Orgasmic Empire listened, but I think change will be a long and slow process. I think honestly what's keeping this game back more than anything is the fact that they don't really like animate things the same way that Demon Roots does. Like the skill animations and the way that they frame the characters in terms of size makes everything seem way more grand in that game than it does in this. I really have a hard time figuring out the scale of the destruction that like Simon can cause, for example. But to be fair, you can't even really use the fact that like, hey, they fought against a giant Ultra Beast. The hardest enemies, not the hardest enemies, but one of the harder areas in the game is just it's just naked monkeys throwing rocks at you in Demon Roots. The endgame like winter zone just has a bunch of fucking monkeys you farm for EXP. And those motherfuckers hurt a ton. And they are not big. They're just monkeys. If you go off feats, you have like a big octopus. Have we fought a big octopus in this game? Have we fought a kraken and I've forgotten? It might not mean much now, but it will strengthen the Pan-Succubus Council. I can't believe I'm power scaling this motherfucking game. Throwback to I cracked myself up. Throwback to... I was gonna say throwback to the Umineko power scaling video, but then I remembered that Battler, Ushurumiya Battler was number 3 on the Umineko power scaling fucking video, and then the same uploader uploaded top 500 strongest anime characters, and Battler was number 1 on the top like 500 anime characters. So why the fuck are you rank 3 in the Umineko one, but you're rank 1 in the Universal one? This shit makes no sense, man. Yeah, and current Robin would destroy all of them, no trouble at all. Altina throws one little earthquake at them. Rodak definitely won't change anything, but we knew that was most likely going in. Oh, I cracked myself up by just thinking about Battler being number 1 and then number 3 and Burger King foot lettuce. I don't know, man. The Philonese succubi are hard to read, but I was glad to see them throw in their support during the discussion. From what I heard from Alexandre, I agree. I think they'll help bend all future discussions in a reasonable direction. Overall, I think we're closer to the day when slavery, as it once was, is a relic of the past. That right there is a World of Warcraft reference. There are set items in Shadowlands called the Relic of the Past. So they're making a World of Warcraft reference right there. A real top 500 anime characters would be stuck with stuff like 100. The author stated that this guy is outer-versal once. Yeah. Well... you get into some real bullshit characters. I still can't get over the character in Medaka Box that knows that she's in a manga and has like every single power under the sun that the author could conceptualize. And they gave her the coolest fucking thing for that type of written media, where every time she's in frame, the backgrounds disappear and just become every skill she has listed. So like the background is just floating text of all the skills she has. That shit goes hard as fuck. That is an overpowered character. I remember reading the entire thing because the localizers had to do it all in English. Right, I found it. Look at this shit. Imagine having to being the localizer and having to first understand and then also translate all of the fucking skills in the background. I know that they stopped, like, the amount of skills here are much fewer than in the original Japanese one, I think, because the what's the word? The katakana is more space efficient. Immortal skill, undead genius, control the dead skill, marching bad, win against those much stronger than you skill, murder mathematic, create universe skill, baby planet. To be fair, some of these are baller names. Modify human skill, innocent remodel. Innocent remodel is a good name. Bust intervention. Unique being skill, bust intervention. Dude, I'm having an intervention. I'm busting too hard. I'm busting too good. I'm a unique being, man. I need a bust intervention. What the fuck? Oh. What about Lamias? I expected the discussion to be way angrier and more dismissive. Having to read every single frame with her in it to find out if a character can or can't hacks her out. Yeah, the funniest part is, canonically in universe, she's the only character that's aware that she's in a manga, and the final arc, she's convinced she's gonna lose because she knows that the protagonist is the protagonist. So no matter what she does, she is fucked, because as long as the protagonist exists, the protagonist is gonna win eventually. So she's not as strong as the protagonist, because she's the protagonist, but if you read the protagonist's power set, then it definitely doesn't hold a candle. I wonder if that actually isn't more of a problem in advanced countries. The armies of most Incubus Kings need all the warriors they have. But we made an impact. The Orgasmic Empire will be removing all official laws against Lamias. Above, I haven't played King's Exit, so I don't know anything about King's Exit. Now you're arguing media I don't know about yet. I played the fight in Demon Roots in the NG+, but I didn't... I haven't played King's Exit yet, so I have no context. Just be like Kaiba and beat Fate. Such a good scene, dude. I adore the music that plays during that too. just such a good scene, the entire thing, where I sacrifice God to summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon. Just so good. It's also so funny because it's like, it's framed like a risk, but I don't think any character in that season runs any quick spells that could interrupt him. And he already had lethal on board, so he's like, but I have the win right in front of me. With Obelisk the Destroyer. I just have to hit her once and I win. And for context, the fucking enemy has booby-trapped the god card with a bomb inside that's gonna kill him, but it's not a game mechanic, it's outside the game because the anime is fucking stupid. But he sacrifices Obelisk to summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon because an ancient painting, mural of Blue Eyes whispers to him and is like, wah, wah, summon me, wah. He's like, what do you mean, partner? I have lethal on board. Well, if you want to. I sacrificed God to summon the Blue Eyes White Dragon! And he punches her in the face and wins. All spell cards are quick play spells in Battle City rules. Yes, but they don't run anything that would interact with a summoning like that, is what I mean. Also, I don't think that still runs on Battle City rules by that point. It's the end of the season. It could still be Battle City rules. Informal discrimination may remain, but I think they actually listened and will see real social change. I think this is the line of dialogue I stopped on before, so now that I've spent 30 minutes cockteasing you, we can actually move on and get new content. The Helini Succubi were willing to listen, of course. Hopefully they'll embrace everyone soon. Though overall, we couldn't do much for orcs. Perhaps that was a lost cause from the beginning. It was in the finals of Battle City. I thought it was later. Does she participate in Battle City? I guess she does. I don't remember her participating in Battle City. Does she cheat or some shit to get into the finals without having to go through everything beforehand? Or does that happen off screen? Because I just don't recall her doing anything before that point. New open movement should make it easier for them to move to Takan or someplace else. Anyway, what about the more marginal issues? Rodak remains loyal to the Lust Lord, but we don't need to challenge him. It's enough that they're willing to cooperate. I think Philon was open to more agreement on this continent, but the Orgasmic Empire sunk all agreements. Why? We control Erosha, of course, but I was glad to see them piping up to support us on their own. I was pleased to see some support from Genoli's Succubi, even though they aren't represented by an Incubus King. Yeah, okay, cool, I'm not imagining it. Ishizu does bullshit her way in there, right? Yeah, that makes sense, thank you. That's why I thought it wasn't part of the Battle City arc, because she doesn't do any Battle City stuff. Dude, that's just floating. They should implement that in Melee and float me to Grand Finals. So if I'm reading everything right, the council will at least meet up again before the next gathering. What do you think are our realistic chances of forming an effective long-term organization? We've established a strong foundation for a permanent council. We'll just need to monitor and help it along. We can be there every step of the way. That's true. If we survive future wars, we'll have eternity to help everyone. If we survive, but with this new council, surely wars between succubi will become a thing of the past. I don't expect another war in the current generation's lifetime, but in the tower, I'm afraid there are still great forces that could turn against us. Well, we'll just have to take them on when the time comes. Have I ever mentioned just how attractive your confidence is? No. Say more. It's funny they talk about new forces. I'm just... like... I'm pretty sure that you need the Incubus set in order to get, like, a character. So there's at least one more character we haven't seen yet, I think. Good results. I thought there'd be more like decision making, but yeah, this seems pretty good. Everything they said was positive. Probably not the best, because we did fail the Succubi in like various places, but that's fine. Better than it could have been. Probably like upper echelon of results. The economic ties between nations are only getting stronger. We need you to avoid them being broken apart by war. After the council, I wanna fuck so bad, but let's finish up strong. They need to make her single tooth a little bit more pronounced as like a fang. It's almost got the Shibi Fang quality, but it's just like a little bit too small. It needs like 2 pixels more. Then she's like 30% cuter. Hey, what's your deal? Thanks to Trin's ritual, we had the energy to restore most of our defenses. The gather thingy was fun, but now Kamdam is sleepy and wants to go home. Me after every Smash event. The final day I'm always like, I just want to be home, let me go back home. One more day. Everything has been so quiet, I can't help but worry. We haven't made the progress with the Anak that I'd hoped. Did I miss something here? Or is this outside my control? I'm not gonna go back and check, but I'm surprised to see this. Well, I wonder if I just missed talking to him at some point. Are you happy now that you have your permanent Pan-Succubus Council? Oh, I'm quite satisfied, but this was something I couldn't have imagined before, so I'm sure I'll find a new goal soon. Based. Short-term goals is the way you make your life better. Concrete short-term goals, mixed in with bigger long-term ones. To be honest, I'm taking an increasingly long view of it. We didn't change the world today, but we have had a long time yet to work. Some things, like broader acceptance of orcs, may never be accomplished in our generation. Perhaps the next one. Throwback to Disco Elysium with Volition telling you to get up, that you'll get it in the next life. Might not be able to do it this life, but you'll get it in the next. You'll be perfect in the next life. Good to see you thinking so long term, but we still have plenty to handle right now. Most notably, the final discussions. I can only wish you the best of luck, because today can't be won by any means. I find myself wondering if this will be the last gathering. The last sovereign? Oh my god, wait. I didn't consider the name of the game. Okay, so by the end of the game, we're definitely killing all the other Incubus Kings, for sure. Good to know. Now that all the amusements are past, I hope that we can finally come to an agreement about tower research.
I don't see why it matters! Near as I can tell, the tower is just a way to add extra power to your spells. We all seek power.
I just love making him throaty. He's the throat goat. Just the most immature, like, never voice acted anything in your life voice.
Ugh!
But attacks via the tower operate very differently from conventional armies or magical assaults. They must be forbidden. It would be really funny if he becomes the jerk-off guy. He jerked off until he was the winner. If you want a series where that basically happens, I highly recommend What Happens Inside the Dungeon. The biggest jerker wins the day. Do you really expect a peace treaty among us to last? Among us? Some of us do all our work in the tower, you know? What about a moratorium on such research enforced by my own power? Completely unacceptable. Oh fine, perhaps your little hobbies can persist, but we could still agree to restrict research on heavy offensive magic. Such a thing would only benefit those of you who have already studied the tower extensively. I would never agree to such unfair terms.
And I don't think you can stop me, old man!
You dare? What of an exchange of spells? Gifts from greater to lesser, reducing the difference between Incubus Kings. Really funny that the Anak just builds a couple shell company Incubus Kings, and then the shell company Incubus King suggests a transfer like this. So he's just siphoning resources back to the Anak. Yes, there are now 14 Incubus Emperors and 3 senior ones. I suggest that we redistribute the power in a communism sort of way, so that we all are equal. And then all of the new ones fuel it to the Anak, and the Anak goes, "Psych! I win, baby!" And why should I give up everything I worked hard to collect? Come now, Lust Lord. Don't you want a civil agreement between all of us? Surely you don't have other motives. I will tolerate this no further, slut! Isn't that like a... Isn't being a slut like a positive for an Incubus King? This discussion is accomplishing nothing. I had hoped we would. And enough from you! You're far too presumptuous for your position, Anak.
Enough.
That slut seems kind of out of character. I don't think so at all. Motherfucker is throwing out slurs all the time. I don't think it's out of character at all.
Too much shouting. Let's come back when we've each decided what we could accept.
A surprisingly reasonable suggestion from the looming armor. It is really funny that we're twice as big as everyone else. I'm tired of discussing this all with belligerent children anyway. Perhaps that would be a better path. You have some idea what's at stake, so consider well. I agree. Enjoy yourselves in your quarters for a time, then we can resume. You called a recess yourself. Why? I don't like the direction the discussion is going, and think violence is a more likely outcome. We've already accomplished our soft power goals, but an outbreak of war could set us far back. I'm not sure it'll lead there, but I want to be cautious. I think we should advise non-combatants to begin returning home while Incubus Kings speak. That's not infeasible. There have been times when the Incubus Kings shoved their contingents aside during gatherings. But would anyone listen to us, or would it just be seen as a ploy? Are you saying, Munch, are you saying the Lust Lord is experiencing a skill issue in terms of slurs? Because I could agree with that, but it is a crazy thing to say. Let's take the first step. We'll keep our strongest forces here, but send home all our soldiers, diplomats, and merchants. Perhaps it'll come to nothing, but I don't think it can do any harm. They'll be irrelevant if a fight really breaks out. We'll begin immediately. Our groups can easily return, but with the others, it'll depend on how willing they are to listen to us. I've given some thought to the relative forces. I'll collaborate with the investigation team and begin right away. This is an outrage! You haven't listened to a single word the younger kings have said.
Don't lump me in with you!
Could Tanarak be behind this? Given the amount of attention? No, he must just be enjoying the chaos. Personally, I don't know if I can take another hour of this. We barely agreed on terms. Look, I think it's obvious that some of us want to twist the process to our benefit. That doesn't mean we can't come to an agreement. Why even bother hiding your barbs for me, bitch? Oh no, please don't fight. Voice crack halfway through. Your mockery helps nothing. Enough terms. Let us identify the conditions. Let us identify any common cause first.
This is fucking pointless! I'm leaving.
And insulting the gathering? More power for us then.
From what I've seen, I don't give a shit about...
Who the hell are you? No! No, man! Stop with the creepers! Fucking creeper explosion time, baby. Crept up behind us. So the red jerker guy is dead, which means I should go back and look at the red Lord of Blood instead, but I'm not gonna do that. I am the Chosen of Ivala. I am the Chosen of Ivala. Meaningful ...
Fuck! That nearly took me down! Just, what was that? Such power.
Treachery! Someone has betrayed us! Don't you start. A religious meddler obviously sought to eliminate us while we were gathered. Right in the middle of your domain, I can't help but notice that you're mostly undamaged. Neither are you or the Anak. This is obviously... If you had anything to do with this slot, then I'll... I am the Chosen of Ivala. There are more? Enough talk. We need to stop it now. This place is no longer safe. Fuck this! I'm out! But don't run toward them. Wait! We need to face this together. Oh. I already identify the Lust Lord as the guy with the most fragile ego out of all of these by like a long shot. Of course he would be susceptible to the Tannerak. The Lust Lord thinks he's manipulating the Tannerak, but it's the other way around. Yeah, fairly obvious. I should have seen it coming, especially when he went in here and the Lust Lord had nothing to say about it. My bad. I didn't clock it the way I should have. You see? They don't respect you. They're taking your authority right out of your hands. I said stop where you are. Enough, Tannerak. You cannot turn us against each other. And I suppose you'll take control, like you took control of Arkland. Not another step. I am the Chosen of Ivala. I've raised the defenses. There shouldn't be any more of them. How dare you trap us in here? It's for your own safety, idiot. I don't trust the horse shields. Kneel, now. I hate this troll. I love this troll. Do you really... He's such a non-character so far. He needs way more character development. He's kind of fulfilling the same role as like the Joker with none of the charm so far. We need to take down Tannerak. Tower manipulation. Ugh. I'll leave it to you. I'll handle the Lust Lord. Meanwhile, the Anak like fucking sitting with a nail file, just fucking cleaning up his nails, doing his manicure, having a good time. Lord of Blood huffing and puffing, Nyst too stunned to speak. He's just like, yeah, let the kids play. It's time to put you in your place, once and for all. The red guy didn't even die, he just left. You think it'll be that easy? All of you are safe. Don't worry, our defense is held. But Mom is fighting the Lust Lord outside, and it looks really serious. I worry about everyone in the way. Tanarak is still here. That's right, I think he's trapped inside the gathering complex by Esthera's barrier. Okay, so I think we're gonna take a major L here. Just from how the story is going, I think either now or the next conflict, which I assume is gonna be with Aram, we're gonna take a major L to set up the stakes for like a final confrontation of some sorts. Most of the other incubi retreated in time to escape. There's only a few of us trapped inside now. I don't think Sierra would make a situation where if you play like perfectly, there are never any stakes toward the end of the story. Sadly, only a few of the other groups had heeded our warnings. Many died in the explosions, and the others will complicate the recovery. You could get a huge W here and piss off the Anak, true. What about the battle between the Lust Lord and the Empress? Alili, contact your mother's soldiers, the Anak, and anyone else who might help. Everyone else, with me. We hunt down Tanarak. My liege, this portal will only accept one. I'm leaving you behind. Stop the Lust Lord if you can, and gather shards from the lesser incubi. There are two ways to read this. Either it's I'm abandoning you, or it's you're so turbo broken that I trust you to just win. Are you Satoru Gojo? Are you gonna infinity me? Like what are we doing here? Sestris or whatever. My liege, with only the power I have now, I'd surely perish. Okay, so it's abandoning you. You don't understand. Business as usual is finally over. This matters now, and you don't. Accomplish as much as you can before you die. Kirby, you joined in at a weird time. Yeah, I was about to say, time for a new harem member. Thank you. Thank you. We'll pick her up. Fucking lost kitty. Just go through dealing with the IRS tech support. What did I miss? Nothing. Gathering is going just the way it's supposed to, as you can hear from the music. Xerxes, please. I've stood with you for so long. I want to see the end. Did you think I really cared for you? Foolish. Sestris, are you okay? I am uninjured. The blast was targeted against more sexual entities, and none of these can harm me. No, I mean, being abandoned by the Anak like that. I've been here for 30 seconds, and I assure you, he is lying for his teeth. You should see the smile I have on me right now. It's like when you say she's for a photograph. I'm so bashful that you would think so highly of me that I could keep lying like that. My liege must have had a legitimate reason to leave me behind. Really? Even being treated that way? You think Tanarak could have manipulated him somehow? Tanarak? That errant fool could never touch the Anak. Well, it doesn't matter. You want to take down Tanarak too, right? Nalili acting like the best emotional support you can get and getting bounced off and taking it like a queen. Yes, the balance will be improved with him gone. You can come fight with us. My mother is finishing off the Lust Lord, so let's take down Tanarak. Submit. Really funny how my brain, I couldn't even read it in like his voice. There's the Shaper in PoE says submit in one of his voice lines, so I just immediately started playing the Shaper boss fight in my head instead. That all you've got? This time is for real. That hurt. Very well. Oh my god, I skipped it. Oh my god, that's annoying. Can I load? Okay, good, cool. What I was gonna say is, the Lust Lord, with his weak-ass ego, has been manipulated by the Tannerak, I'm pretty sure. Oh no, I'm not doing this fucking party. Are you crazy? Are you stupid? Kinda like Ginasta. I wanna try Ginasta. She's really tanky as well. But yeah, the Lust Lord, I'm pretty sure, is manipulated by the Tannerak. They were supposed to send my tax return like a month ago. Sent a 2-week delay. 4 weeks later, they're gonna mail it tomorrow. After trying to call them like 4 times, they were updating it in real time. Like I was talking to an automatic system. Now I can't keep bitching for another month. Fair enough. I appreciate you saying that, because I have forgotten to file my taxes, and I will do so right now, because it takes like 2 minutes to do. Legitimately a 1 to 2 minute action to file your taxes in Sweden. Or rather, it's preliminary tax report. I'm not doing the proper filing. I'm just doing the preliminary one. Deklarationsuppgifter. I should have the same. Oh no, I need to check how much my yearly what my yearly income is now with or actually no, this should be, I think that's auto input by my work. Whatever, since I have to look at it to double check it, since it's a little bit more complicated than it was last year. I won't do it now, but you reminded me to do it, so I won't be getting any penalties for being late on it this year. When I was 22, I didn't set up a digital, like, not email, but like digital mailbox, I guess. They're not the same as your regular mailbox, but they're for like official documents and stuff. And I hadn't set mine up yet. So when I paid taxes, I was like a year behind on the income declaration, and I owed them, I think, $700, because every single month they send like a reminder that didn't come in. There was a whole debacle where, because of a bunch of bullshit, my actual like real life mailbox got, like, the address got changed to not be to me, and I never got my own mail anymore. So for like a year I didn't do my income declaration. And legitimately what happened was I owed them $700, and I sent a mail that was like, hey, a bunch of bullshit happened. I didn't get it. I'm really sorry, but like, can I send it in now and be fine? And they canceled my $700 like fine. So I didn't have to pay the fine, and ever since then I've been so thankful. Insanely thankful for the Swedish government being a little bit reasonable. Ooh, you found me. I'm so disappointed. Was this your doing? I think it's because it was the first time I filed taxes. So they had leniency because of that. I don't think they'd have the same leniency now that I've like filed taxes before. Don't waste my time with this Doom King nonsense. Ugh. It doesn't matter. The question is the same. I had no idea. I was just pleasantly surprised by the whole thing. Delightful chance to ruin all the serious talk, don't you think? No fucking way our government would pardon that. Yeah, I might just have been lucky with who the support person who took the case was, but I was very thankful they did that. What's interesting is that such distorted divine power has opened new cracks. Yes, I believe this will finally bring down the Goddess of Magic's defenses. Why? How? Excuse me? Where the fuck is she? Are you multitasking and doing that at the same time? What do you mean? Everyone will find out soon, but playing with you is much less fun now, so I won't let you. My, how strong. But so clumsy. Haven't you noticed more of them wandering in? I am the Shōnen of Ivala. Damn it. You couldn't even play the dialogue 3 times? A powerful lust spell built into the armor. Please don't tell me the 1000 mana is gonna become relevant. Wow, we almost died. We almost got suicide bombed. Only reason we lived was because I spontaneously decided to use Aegis Assault and then go full damage on one of them. I'm surprised it's only 9,999 EXP. Subsisting Aura learned. I'm sorry, but he slipped away. No matter, we focus on the Empress next. Is that not the max? It's the max per character. So I've gotten like 20,000 something from multiple... Like, each enemy can only give 9,999, but a combat can give more if there are more enemies. Do you believe the Lust Lord will stop fighting with Tanorak gone? Based on his personality, I don't think he'd ever admit being manipulated. The other tyrants are gone. This is our chance to take down the Lust Lord. I can't believe I'm agreeing with her. But let's do it. If Esthera hasn't already taken him down, we can finish him off. Let's go. No! It played the fainting dialogue for when you die in combat, so she's pretty dead. Mom, are you okay? No, did you hear the sound cue? She's obviously not okay. He's strong. I never imagined he could be holding back so much strength. I mean, he was the oldest one, but the thing is, it doesn't matter how strong he is, he's got too much of a dweeb aura to be menacing at all. It's like, we're gonna beat him eventually. Even if we get screwed over now, we're gonna beat him easy peasy, so like, don't even worry about it. You've come to defend your mistress. Die with her. He's strong, but he can't be the last villain. Exactly. Yeah, exactly. I won't let you touch her. Nalili, don't. Save yourself. You think you have the slightest chance of defying me? This ends. It doesn't matter how many ants I have to crush. Sorry, let me just do the Overlord thing where you just like buff up before combat in every way. Oh, nice. That seems pretty good. Sexual Charm 2 should make you tanky as fuck. We're on full single target mode. Did he just heal 9,999 or did I look wrong? I feel like he just healed like a metric fuck ton. No, 5,000. Okay, that's way more reasonable. Can I silence you? No. Okay. I wonder if these counter status effects, the stat downs. We'll see. Okay, you're some real bullshit right now. We gotta get you off your bullshit at some point. I don't know exactly what that's gonna look like, but we gotta do it. Is that really the best you can do? Your harem is strong, but you've made such poor use of your shards. I mean, his hair is fucked in the combat one. He looks so much cooler in the sprite. Or like the discussion sprite. Dialogue sprite. I'm not sure we can bring him down. What are you? You're not even here. You're on the sidelines. You don't even have a dagger. Take this! Hello, Illidan. I'm blind, not deaf, looking motherfucker. Why do you have demon form from Warcraft 3? You look exactly like it. Except it's green instead of... Or it's red instead of green. Ah! Twisting your shard. I refuse to allow it. No. He's so powerful. It's been such a long time since I was truly injured. Letting you live was a mistake. So before anything else, I'll end your life. Then I'll fuck the Empress and your entire harem. No. You're strong, but why haven't you taken the Incubus Emperor's shard? It's you. This armor. It's been a ruse all along. Then we're committed. This has to end now. But it already has. It's taken everything you have just to bind my power, but I can still fight. Defeating you personally was never my goal. You used the Search of Power to heal us. Can we put a knife in his face already? Not enough. I'll still consume you. I can bind his regeneration, but it'll take everything I have. Most of you, keep the battlefield clear. I'll bind his power. Strike team, finish him. Then come to your deaths. Well... Robin is a good pick. Alil is a pretty good pick too. They want you to put in Aka, I won't. Yara's not horrible. Depends a little bit on how the fight's going, but... Vala I really like. It's between Vala, Robin, and Alili right now. I'm not sure really what I want. The buff against sexual attacks that Vala has is really good. But he seems immune to debuffing. He might not be this time, in which case Gnasta can debuff already. Alili gets really strong when she gets going. Vala is more utility though. I think there's a higher chance, not knowing what their toolkit is, I think there's a higher chance that Vala is gonna be useful no matter what. Like, even if I don't know what their, what's special about him, I think it's a just solid pick in general. Unperson aura, Holy Shield, Wall, Shield of Purity, Suppressing Strike. Well, the thing is, Gnasta also has the debuffing. Yeah, there we go. I wonder if blind works, I really doubt it, but... Arrow of Abstinence, does that do the damage? Oh, it failed to debuff. Okay, I should just keep debuffing like every turn. This song reminds me of, what's it called? It reminds me of Hueco Mundo in Bleach for some reason. I don't know exactly why. That's sort of the same theme to it. 9,999 heal. Fuck you. Stop healing. I thought we told you to cut it out. $7k heal, we love to see it. That does mean I need to keep Holy Shield wall up though. It stopped his auto healing. He used to heal 5k every single turn. Now he has to dedicate a turn to healing, which he did before anyway. What was Vala immune to? She was immune to one of those debuffs. It just flashed the word immune, which surprised me. Esthera, you better get those offensive buffs. He'll die eventually. Surely there's no phase 2, right? Motherfucker, stop healing. Well, to be fair, Above, she did specifically say, I'll stop his healing. I don't think she said region. Oh, never mind. A single enemy can give a lot more than 9,999, apparently. They just like to do 9,999 a lot. Cyclical Fire learned. Well, that was difficult. Victory in Renfnor. Bring down the Lost Lord.
Not possible. I've survived so much. Taken down by a bunch of sluts.
You'd better believe it. Pokemon, gotta catch 'em all. And if you're thinking of trying anything with your shard, we're ready for that. Also, my voice is like dying, I realize. I don't know why. Stop its regeneration? Okay, my bad. I mentally fixed it to healing. And if you're thinking of trying anything with your shard, we're ready for that.
Never. It's mine. It's all mine. I am the Lost Lord.
I told you, all tyrants fall in the end.
I am more. I am Lord of everything. I am a god.
So you claimed, but you presided over the last gathering that the world will ever see.
You. A miserable excuse for an incubus king. Hiding behind a false face, refusing glory or to take your rightful place. Even now, you cowered behind your horse. What kind of incubus king can you possibly be?
The only one left. The last sovereign.
I am the Lost Lord.
He's actually dead? We're alone now, but maybe not for long. Get his shard. He used to be even more pathetic. I mean, the fight took a little bit. If I didn't do the team comp I did that had enough single target, then yeah, I could see that being a bit rougher. Him being weak looks bad for the Empress. The Empress barely even explored the tower. She's weak sauce. For sure. Already done. I don't want to draw off the shard, but I can if we're attacked. Hello Kirby, welcome back. I don't think we will be. This region is scarred by all the tower manipulation, and we're not weakened enough to be a target. I don't think there are any obvious nearby tyrants, other than the obvious. Okay, so what the fuck is the Anak gonna do? Why did he leave in a one-way portal? What are you doing, Anak? Does that mean you're feeling more like yourself? Only for a moment when I saw the Lust Lord fall. Flickering, then gone. Enough about all that. Mom, are you okay? I'm not sure. I put everything into that fight, and he overpowered me. I've never felt like this. Oh dear. I love to imagine Karina with the like southern hospitality drawl. Oh dear. Oh dearie. Fuck, I can't do it. Oh dear. The spiritual? No, it's more Canadian. I'm imagining her as Canadian. Oh dear. The spiritual injuries have gone deep. I'm not sure. There are also many injured orcs and succubi. Mages, stay prepared for more Shōnen. Fighters, guard the healers and begin helping the injured. Riala, contact Wendy's. Oh dear, oh dear. Yeah, it's Winnie the Pooh dialogue. Simon, I don't think... It may take time, Esthera. Finally. Finally out of that armor. It's been too long since I got to see that body of yours. We're gonna fuck her to death. Dude. I don't know why, but I feel like his face is so disproportionate to his body here. I don't know why. Syke started playing off the devil. Okay, I will tune in there. So we are pivoting our stream over to my friend Syke, who's now streaming Off the Devil. And we're watching that instead. I'll have it on in the background for it. I'm just kidding. We'll do... I'm gonna watch that once I'm done with the stream, though, for sure. That's hype. I like that body of yours. I think I'll take it! That's a reference to Hearthstone, which in turn is a reference to Ginyu. Since I was a slave in the Orgasmic Empire, I suppose. Back then I... Oh, my bad. I have accidentally pressed the button. Back then I didn't think we'd ever get here. Not truly, but you far exceeded my expectations. Esthera, I know you want to die, but what if there was another way? Not a chance. My shard is hungry, and it wants to drain you dry. Besides, when are you going to get to fuck me this weekend? Your harem can't help you with this battle. Finish me and earn my shard. Not dead yet. Esthera joins the harem. Okay, what the fuck just happened? Can I press the... Okay. Let me go all the way through the porn. And we'll work our way down. We gotta figure out what the fuck just happened. Radio porn? Exactly. It's time for me to dust off my radio voice. Radio host voice. Jesus, this is a long sex scene. I scrolled up the entire time I was talking there and I just hit the top. Besides, her shard refused to allow her any foreplay. Okay. She needed to fuck him harder than he could fuck her to dominate this rival utterly. So Esthera grabbed his throat and poured raw pleasure into him. Okay, we're getting real freaky with it. Ugh. Not bad, not bad. She began to roll her hips around his cock, stirring him inside her. But you'll need to be a lot bigger than that to take me. It's written like an actual fight scene. Esthera was hoping to goad him into a flagrant waste of his strength. An absurdly sized cock that she could easily handle. But instead, he stopped at the perfect length and girth, matching the preferences she'd never voiced. The fact that he'd been able to sense her desires even through the power of her shard was another thrill. That didn't mean that she was anywhere near done. But that was her next trap, okay? This is so funny to read. It's literally written like a Shōnen action scene. Oh my god. Simon shifted back, but not to retreat. Yet she was no succubus. She was the Empress. Her breasts were another embodiment of her control of her shard. It's years too early for you to challenge me, okay? You might think I'm making this up, but I'm really not. He made her proud by not giving up, okay? Though he wouldn't give it to her easily, her eventual victory was certain. Oh, just give in. Esthera chuckled and began tracing the muscles of his chest with her fingers. I won't kill you or enslave you. Well, maybe I'll have a little fun, but I'll give you the best damn sex you've ever had before I let you go. Maybe in 10 or 20 years you'll be able to give me what I want. Okay, so how does he turn the table? Okay, so he low-key gave in to make her let her guard down, and then she showed her a good time, and and then we go back to anime action scene. A moment later, she realized what was happening and threw herself back, trying to slam her power against him violently, but she was too late. Simon reached up and caressed the side of her face. He smiled up at her, his lust desiring her pleasure, and that was his triumph. Without realizing it, she'd fallen into the flow of his sexual power instead of her own. Instead of the violent sexual contest she'd been waging, he'd been slowly melting her from the beginning. When she tried to hammer her hips down into his, she just ended up riding him in the way that would give them both the most pleasure. He'd never intended to fuck her into the ground. He wanted to take her at her most powerful. Try as she might, she couldn't escape the passionate trap that had slipped around her. Oh my god. But finally it came, a single moment of searing ecstasy that made her mind go blank. Esthera's final sensation was collapsing on top of her lover in utter satiation, and then she was gone. Except that she wasn't. Esthera drifted from out of a... Does that work? Is that correct? Wrong screen? Is that correct? Esthera drifted from out of a pleasurable haze, wondering if there really was an afterlife filled with sex after all. Yet the firm chest beneath her was familiar. Though she felt a surge of anger, Esthera's body was too relaxed to do more than languidly rise. What is this? She demanded to Simon underneath her. You said you would... I still have my shard. All I wanted was to die, but you... Do you intend to torment me? I'm not willing to let you go so easily. He smiled at her, which was infuriating, but then he reached out and caressed one of her breasts. Okay. So we have co-opted his shard, or her shard. Or like we've linked with it, I guess. Okay, I'll spend a decade or two in your harem. Okay. With that, she bent down to begin her second life. Fair enough. Good shit. I thought she'd die. I guess she didn't die. That's baller. Well done. Did it work? The sexual energy feels really good, but there's so much it's hard to say. It's done. Her shard is now subservient to my father's. What's the official relationship between Nalili and Robin now? Since both of their parents are together. Are they cousins now? How does this work? I wish we could destroy it, but at least this limits the suffering it can cause. Is it? No, it's not incest if Nalili and Robin have sex now, is it? I think Mum will be a lot more relaxed now that she doesn't have to carry everything all the time. But if she's retiring, does that mean you're the Empress? Oh, I don't think I'm anywhere near ready for that. The Simon can be Empress and wear the pretty hat and dresses. Based. Let's return to Ari Helana. All our defenses there are untouched. Sex with Esthera rejuvenated my body, but I'm still mentally exhausted. I need to debrief with everyone. Didn't I get a new skill? Riola sets up a particularly potent spell. Okay. Arg! Arg, ye mateys! Arg! Hello, Sahad. How are you doing? You just missed the... You just missed the... It didn't tell you when it went live? You're right. The bot didn't trigger. Why didn't the bot trigger? Your bot forsook me. Carl bot, shame on you. Be better. That's really weird. I'll have to keep an eye on that and maybe ping it manually next time if it doesn't ping next time. But yeah, you missed the entire gathering. I'm sorry. We just finished the gathering. I'm sorry that, once again, I wasn't of more use to everyone. But you were essential for working with Esthera, and Riola implied you helped in the aftermath. That's true. I made some noise in the tower depth. I think it pulled some attention away from you while you were recovering. I wish I could delay more. If you had time to fully absorb all these shards you're collecting, you might not be outclassed, but you won't have that time. We just killed the Lost Lord, sorry I missed it, yup. I still don't have the raw power of the Incubus Emperor. The Lost Lord's shards isn't as toxic, but its imprint on it runs very deep. Don't worry about it for now, keep working on them, obviously, but if we win this, it'll be together, not you fighting alone. Next time, you'll have me too. I think the utility of keeping our alliance secret is rapidly evaporating. I'm not sitting out another conflict. Please be level 100 with like giga broken spells, and be a combat party member. I think we'll have a brief period of peace, so if there's anything you wanted to do... Yeah, I would have pinged if I realized it didn't go off. If you notice it in the future, do point it out and I'll do a manual ping. Above was here, frame 1, because I wrote in the Discord that I was starting in a couple minutes, so I just assumed that the other people weren't coming in. The Empress stole my bed. Don't like this place as much. That's fine. Just saying that it's appreciated. What will you do now? Return to Philon? How could she do that after the Anak abandoned her? I cannot. The access spell I used to return has been revoked. Though I could sneak over the border or break through via the tower, his message to me is clear. Oh. The magical defenses in Philon have increased substantially. I didn't notice at the time, but it happened when the Anak departed. Exactly what kind of magical defenses? There are heavy defenses around the capital, but most population centers have simple large-scale defensive spells. I handled those defensive preparations myself. Isn't it a little bit of a liability to not double-check that you couldn't help the enemy? I feel like that might... Anak, you might need to work a little bit on your balance of the mind. Yannick said that intercontinental war was possible and wanted the people of Finland to be defended. But our base, it has new defenses that I can't match, including some I've never seen. Any sign that Finland is preparing for war? He would never! War like that was never part of the plan. Though, perhaps I did not understand his plans as well as I had believed. Well, I'll describe it this way. Here's my current take on what the Anak is doing. Imagine a game of Civilization, where you've got the military victory, you've got the cultural victory, and you've got the religious victory. Exactly, he is the longest road player. The Anak is going for the jerking off victory. Well, he's gonna what's the word? He's gonna hit like fucking the Inca road system and then just insta win the economic victory. Like that is what's gonna happen. Like he set up all the pieces. He set up all the pieces so that the dominoes fall, and then he just insta wins at the end. That's my read on what the Anak is doing. He's saying I'm maintaining the balance because it's a prerequisite for whatever bullshit plan, alternate win condition looking ass thing he's doing. Final turn ass deck. I missed the climax of the summit? Darn. I'm sorry. I blame the bot. Anak, the only playable character in TLS2? Yeah. Also, Kirby, I have news on Slay the Spire, too. I talked all that good shit about getting to Ascension 5 in, like... I think I had one loss and the rest were victories. Not so anymore. I have died like 6 times on Ascension 5, and I just beat it and got to Ascension 6. The fucking Doormaker fight stopped me 3 times in a row. I got Doormaker Act 3 times on Ironclad, and I was 1 turn from winning. 1 time he lived with 20 HP, 1 time with 3 HP, and then 1 time he just fucking murked me, like, with 200 HP left. But now I'm on Ascension 6. But shit is kicking up a little bit. That Ascension's Bane is doing some stuff. That fight has been fine on every other character. But on Ironclad, it's randomly not been fine. It's like, the ones I win against him, it's super free. And the ones I don't, he just gets too much strength between turns. Did any of the Lost Lord's harem survive? We don't know. We haven't met any of them yet. We are 1 millisecond from the end of the battle. There's no magical sign of troop movement. This does feel highly defensive. This is only an impression, but I believe looking toward Philin is a distraction. Xerxes is simply setting it aside while he focuses on his true plan. Which is? You still know a lot, right? You can tell us. I do not wish to betray my master. Oh, come on, he threw you away! If the Anak chose to throw me away, it was because it was truly best for the world. Oh dear. I'd say loyalty is good, but I just don't understand you. Never fear, Simon is here for you. Come to his welcoming arms and he'll never throw you away. Everyone, back. Come on, we're collecting subordinates from everyone. Sestris, what do you intend to do now? I am unsure. This was never part of any plan I knew, and not an outcome I considered. My Millennium Eye, though able to view through cardboard and see the opposite side of a card, it cannot see the future. You said that you didn't want to betray Xerxes, but would cooperating with us betray him? He never interfered with us in the past. Well, the thing is, what I'm saying is I don't know if the white-haired girl survived. I really want the white-haired girl to like make her not live in that horrible place and see what type of personality she would have if she wasn't horribly repressed, but we'll see. Hopefully she didn't die. I suppose that's true. I do like all of you, on a personal level. Your basic approach to your domain seemed very similar to what I've wanted for Philin. But now that I lack support, you have the capacity to imprison, unravel, or dominate me. Do I have your word that you won't attempt anything of the sort? I give you my word that we won't do it for our own gain, but if the Anak is threatening what we care about... A judicious answer. In the short term, you should prioritize stability in the wake of this disaster. I will gather my thoughts. Very well. I look forward to talking to you. So, just the two of us? Just the two of us. Just the two of us. We can make it if we try. Yes, but I intend to tell them anything that's relevant to our work. That's fine. I'm just unaccustomed to the rambunctious harem environment. I imagine it's different from the Anak's affairs. Are you ready to speak of him? Yes. Years ago, you wouldn't even have understood the terms, but I believe you know of the shards and their balance, correct? Unless there's some deeper secret to them? Yes. Nothing like that, but as you've seen in your own life, the movement of the shards can cause great disturbances in the world. Stagnation is a real danger, as is centralization of power. Yeah, I mean, we know that Ivala is imprisoned, and I always believed that the Lust Lord was imprisoning her, but I'm starting to think that it's way more reasonable that the Anak is imprisoning her. That would fit with the fact that we've never seen who's imprisoned her, and he seems to be very hands-off in general. So, bit curious. Stagnation is a real danger, as is centralization of power. But during my lifetime, the Anak has grown increasingly dissatisfied with the perturbations of new shard holders. Perturbations. I've heard this word said before, but I've read it way more times. And I can't help but feel that in the back of my head the pronunciation is different from how I'm saying it. I can understand that. What time frame is that, by the way? I'm about a century old, if that's what you're asking. A child. Or if that's what you're asking. Child? Please. Sestress. We need Domimommy supremacy. Can you, like, age your body up, like, a little bit? There is no power that can simply rewrite the laws of reality. Perturbations? But Xerxes has become convinced that it is possible to slightly modify them to increase stability. So that's why he's making you Incubus Kings, Nyst, and the Skull Crusher, Skull Pounder. I wonder if the Lord of Blood is created by him too. Yeah, I know what perturbed. I know as a separate word, but perturbations. I'ma shut the fuck up now. That roughly fits with our research, though it would be far beyond anything we've attempted. I assume he needs something to accomplish such a grand project. Oh, he's had everything he needed for a long time. All our work for decades has been precautions to avoid a disaster. You see, even minor tweaks to elemental forces could lead to results so extreme they can only be called destructive. Xerxes only wanted to slightly increase the peacefulness of the world and transitions of power, so a great deal of study on consequences was necessary. What kind of research? Given the capabilities of your magical researchers, I'm not comfortable sharing all that, but I can cover the basics. The first half of the equation is the dark shards, and the Anak has already mastered his. But to go further, he needed experiments with more diversive data. The Anak's event was actually one such experiment, running other Incubus Kings through a carefully designed tower region. He's just gonna be a researcher from modern time traveled back to the past, isekai style, for sure. He definitely is the only Incubus King that's gonna be in the sci-fi version of The Last Sovereign. But you knew that, didn't you? I can't take credit, but yes. Did our maneuvering avoid your analysis? Yes, I was quite galled at the time. In any case, the more difficult side is to balance the power of the goddesses. For that reason, we've slowly been conducting research for years. Exactly what kind of research? I am not comfortable sharing the Anak's plans there, but I can tell you that they involve taking the mystical and boundless power of the divine and converting it down into theosons, particles that can be understood and analyzed. Oh no, he's not doing an economic victory, he's doing a religious victory. Fuck! So that such power could be more easily controlled. Or was there another purpose, like splitting up the divine shards even further? The research, not to mention the gathered power, could be used for many purposes. But Xerxes was always focused on understanding precise consequences of reality manipulation. It's like a hybrid science and religion victory, because it has to do with gods, but it's science done. Though I'm not sure how this creation of new Incubus Kings fits into that, so perhaps I didn't truly understand. Yes, we knew that he created Nyst and the Skull Pounder, but why? He didn't explain his reasoning to me fully, but perhaps he sought stronger subordinates to replace me. I don't see how any artificial Incubus King, much less the Skull Pounder, could take your place. I like how you don't mention Nyst, because I could see Nyst taking your place. Heh. She's embarrassed. She's so embarrassed. She's so cute. You don't need to use that silver tongue all the time. Then we have a different fundamental question. Why was he seeking all this power? Because he knew he couldn't improve reality unopposed. There's another force working to make changes that the Anak believes would be disastrous. Yeah, I mean, I've pilled him as the Order versus the Chaos Child, right? Like, they're the two axes. He's on the Order side, and the Chaos Child is on the opposite side, and then the Tanarak is some weird extra force somewhere in between. The mysterious other tower force. And I don't suppose he knows who it is? Never mind, this is not the Chaos Child. This is someone we don't know yet. Whoever they are, they're exceedingly subtle. In their self-discipline, their impacts are rather overt, such as the Shōnen and the Crystal of Ivala. Dude, now I'm imagining, like, missionaries or... Oh yeah, and like people knocking on doors, like, what's it called? The Jewish... Is it missionary? It's not missionary for knocking on doors, right? Isn't there a separate term for the door knocking stuff? Could be missionary for that too. I guess it fits within the role. I just think there's a second term for it, for modern, like, times. Jehovah's Vittnen, exactly, that's it. That's what I'm thinking of. Jehovah's Witness. But instead of, like, you knock on the door and then you open the door and they say, I am the Shōnen of Ivala, and then bam, a massive neutron implosion happens. We all merge with Ivala. The same power is behind both. Are they using the Church of Ivala as a tool? I don't believe they control things at a lower level, but they have spent decades exploring matters of the tower. Except, frustratingly, they employ methods that focus on our plane and often ignore the tower proper. It is seeking control from the opposite end as the annex work. So this is... I mean, my assumption is Tanorak from everything we've seen, but they haven't mentioned him by name, which surprises me. Fair enough. I actually grew up... my first childhood crush on a, like, real person. The first person I ever asked out, also my first rejection, was when I was 13, I think. 13 or 14. I think I was 14, maybe. And my classmate, a really shy girl that I adored, she very respectfully said no. I later learned that she has fundamentalist Mormon parents and has a Mormon like extended family. So I always wonder what happened to her. She did a lot of DeviantArt drawings of like dragons and fantasy stuff, which I know is against like what you're allowed to do that. So I'm really curious how her life is now and if she's allowed to continue or if she's stuck in the sect. Tanarik wasn't active before the Shōnen started exploding. I think they're about the same. The Shōnen were active before, but the suicide bombing ones weren't. They happened at about the same time that Tanarik showed up. Slightly before, but not much. Slightly before he was revealed to us, but he was moving around before, I think. Actually, did Shōnen explode before he popped out of the spire? Because the Tanarik spawned from the Orc Spire. Did he pop out of there before the Shōnen started exploding? I don't recall which one happened first. So unable to discuss... They're very close to each other anyway. I'm pretty sure it was before. So, unable to discuss terms with this mysterious power, Cersei believed that a war was inevitable. Correct. A war fought in the heavens, high above the need for ordinary soldiers. For that reason, we experimented, harvested Fiosons, and did a great deal more. Yeah, no, they were never hers, as far as I understand. They've always been something else. It seems that if there's anyone she's blessed, it's us. Funnily enough, because it's us she's always looking down on. All of this information has been very helpful. I thought you said that you were going to withhold more. I have not spoken of one or two more matters on the matter of Fiosons. I am uncomfortable with certain aspects and do not wish to harm his efforts. But there is something else. When I wondered why Cersei was unconcerned that you were acquiring more and more shards, he said that it didn't matter. He's dismissive of their power? I wondered about that, if he was willing to splinter his own shard. Actually, it's the opposite. Use of the shards along with Fiosons was essential to the heart of his plan that he wouldn't explain to me. One person uniting many shards is always an imbalance. But you've always held yours as separate pieces. I thought it was still a threat, but he seemed unconcerned. I think I know how we're gonna lose. I think the Anak is allowing us to become like a mana battery. I feel like we're gonna be like turbo flooded with Fiosons or whatever and be like a mana battery, and then we're gonna be fucked. Or some shit like that. I thought it was still a threat, but he seemed unconcerned. He said that you were no threat to the balance, unless you discovered the way to use all your separated shards in concert. Me trying to act unconcerned? Uninterested? Do you know something of this way? Only fragments from our research, but please, I ask you, do not force such knowledge from me. As you are now, I believe you do not threaten the balance. You and your harem can continue to better the world in numerous small ways. But if you sought that synchronized power, you might disrupt the delicate magical equations. If so, the Annex plan for peace could send the world spiraling toward destruction. I'll respect your request, though I hope you'll one day choose to say more. No, I don't think so. That would be to betray my liege's highest ideals, and I cannot bring myself to do that, no matter if he discarded me. But you're willing to cooperate with us in other matters, it seems. Yes, I am. Truthfully, it'll be enjoyable to help in practical ways instead of studying the ephemeral. The ephemeral edge, if you will. What happens to Philin if you and Cersei are no longer involved with it? Oh, he's long moved away from autocracy. It can smoothly function on its own, and I only add my support to certain matters. Actually, you made an impression during the gathering. You might be able to influence Philon further, even without me. So, for now I will work alongside you. Were you another Incubus King, I would tell you that you can take my body, but not my heart. I trust that this will not be necessary. What's with the blushing? I'm simply glad to have you supporting our cause, Sestris. Interesting. I feel that I must be misunderstanding something. This just doesn't make sense. Mood. Wake up! Wake up! Wake up! We need to talk, wake up! I am so sleepy. I feel like I'm about to collapse. I feel like I'm about to hit like a super crash. Ugh. Oh, weird sleep schedule. Woke up at 2 a.m. today. Let's see, it's Tuesday today, right? I'm pretty sure I'll stream tomorrow as well. Unless something comes up. Same time as today, I think. But I am gonna call it here, I think. We finished the gathering, and I feel like we're finally gonna get somewhere with what the fuck is going on elsewhere in the world. But for now, I think this is a good place to stop. And again, I'll keep playing tomorrow, I'm pretty sure. I've been feeling a little under the weather today. I had a headache that I thought would turn into a migraine, but thankfully spared me earlier today. Hopefully I'm fine tomorrow, but yeah, I'll update. I'm expecting I'll get good sleep tonight and not be nearly as exhausted tomorrow as I was today. Hopefully it wasn't that noticeable on stream. I feel like even when I'm low energy, I'm the actual stream discussions. It's weird because I'll feel like my brain is like glazing over and I'm extremely tired. But then as soon as like anything interesting happens, either in terms of in-game or in discussions or anything, my brain like locks in. So I exit like a fugue state and I go into like locked in mode for 30 seconds, and then I go back into a chill fugue state until the next like part where I feel like I need to lock in. So even when I'm super tired, I feel like I can stream without too much trouble. The only thing is that I sometimes really struggle to find my words more so than normal. But yeah, it's been fun. I'm happy to be done with the gathering. It didn't end the way I expected, but I can't say I'm surprised the Lust Lord died. I felt like a Incubus King had to die for by the end of the gathering. I assumed it was going to be Esthera plus someone else, and my guess was Lord of Blood first. I thought Incubus or Lust Lord was likely to survive at least like a little bit longer. I thought that he would die in the next conflict. But other than that, I think it went pretty much exactly like I expected. With that said, I will end it here, upload the VOD, and then be back tomorrow at about the same time, either 5 or 6. I'll post in the Discord. So, goodbye, have a good night, and I'll see you tomorrow.